Get the whole story.
Situated in the southern part of the Great Rift Valley, Narok is rich in nature, history and heritage. The land of mass speakers, a noble and aristocratic people that inhabit the tropical savanna.
I've been born and raised in Narok, so I feel like my roots are here.
The Maasai people have the most recognizable cultural identity, which serves as Kenya's international cultural symbol.
Mama ndiye anajenga boma yake. Nyumba za Kimasai. Sana sana tumefundishwa na wazazi. Uzaliwi ukijua, unafundishwa tu pole pole na wazazi. Ni wa mama kutengeneza shanga. Hii rungu ninatengeneza inaitwa oringa. Na sana sana inashikwa na wazee.
Mostly I am an expert with belts. Hizi mshipi zenye unaona hapa ni mimi nashona, na some few of neck chokers. We call them chokers in Kimasai. We call them chokers in in English, but kwa Kimasai tunaziita ngoto.
Our road safari starts from Nairobi, with the Uray Safaris, a leading travel and tour operator in East Africa.
Good morning and welcome to Culture Course. I'll be your host, Levis Musumba, and Brian will be joining me later on this show. And this time we're headed to Narok County. So join me as we get to the wilderness to get wild.
You're traveling to the Mara, but what is the Mara? What is travel without great music?
Uray Safaris is a member of Tour Operators Society of Kenya, TOSC, that has membership of 100 tour operators plus, and we're looking at recruiting them. Tours and travel is a social business, so it means then you have to be in good books with those you're serving, and that's it. That's how we're coming in. That's how we are playing with the big boys. All right, because that's the way to do it. You don't do this just like because you want to have it as a source of livelihood. You're doing it because it is coming from within. So it's something that is just driving itself. I don't need to sit and think, how else would I do it? If I tell customers that we're going to Maasai Mara, and I'm telling them from deep down my heart, and when I say you're going to experience the Uray way, is because they'll have a lifetime experience they're going to have.
Raymond Chariot takes us on an adventurous trip for a magical experience in the Rift.
Traveling is all about feeding your mind with all the positive things that you need to have for growth to be in you. Every time you travel, as you create memories, you're also refreshing your mind. You're also building yourself. Most Kenyans do not know where to go. All right, and you don't need to have a lot of money to travel. All right, so the task is on us as tour operators to make sure that we are getting this information as much as possible to Kenyans so that they get to know where exactly they want to go.
After 2 hours drive, we make a breathtaking stopover at the escarpments.
And right now, I'm just 97 kilometers from Narok town on our way to the Mara. And right about now, we are on the Great Escarpments, the Great Rift Valley Escarpments. And as you can hear, it's so busy in the background, but I'm so excited. Right now, scaling in my background is Mount Longonot. Carry it up. Yeah.
Ah, there we are.
Yeah, nice shot.
Here we are.
The view of the valley from the top of the mountain. so beautiful that it takes your breath away.
One of the key things that we'd love to get our clients look at is a Great Rift Valley escarpment, where we are standing right now. And as you can see, deep across that side, we can see Mount Longonot. You hear, guys, it's very popular for hiking. And again, you see the way this particular side is. It's a beautiful place. You actually can come here and have a whole time of fresh air, having chit-chats with customers on their way to Narok. And this is one of the sites that anyone who is going to Maasai Mara ought to stop, because it's a memory creation.
We continue with our safari excursion. Driving through the valley is mind-boggling, creating traceable memories. My crew seemed blown away by the experience of the conservatory, the animals in abundance, the landscapes, the people, and sounds. At this moment, it might be difficult to put the beauty into words.
When you meet an elderly man, lazima uta bend umsalimie. Those things hazija change.
The time was passing quickly. 20 minutes past 5 p.m. we finally arrived at this untracked safari camp, buried in the deep savanna forest of Mara. The environment is peaceful and relaxing. Only sounds of branches slapping, the kiss of falling leaves, and birds singing could be heard. As the cloud of darkness sets in, the sound of the string guitar softly sinks into our bloated nerves. The monotone of Elijah's jungle song takes over the dark serene of the night.
I started this when I was a little boy. I can say I was 14 years. I was inspired by my brother, who was praying in the church. Composing the songs, it depends on the tune that I would play. You know, I can start playing anything, then from there I can try to fix what is slowly, and then it comes a song. You know, the sounds itself, it makes me happy. I'm really very happy when I'm praying.
Jambo bwana, jambo mama, jambo rafiki, jambo bwana, jambo mama, jambo rafiki, hapa Kenya,
This time round we are in Maasai land. In particular, as you can see, we are in Maasai Mara National Reserve. I'll be telling you stories about the Maasai Mara and the history around the Maasai Mara and why is it a renowned, iconic tourism site that is known globally. And also I'll be touching a little bit on the culture of the Maasai people. Okay, join me on this trek as we tell stories of people as well as enjoy the life in the wild. I'm Levis Msumba, and this is the time to venture into the wilderness.
Maasai Mara National Reserve, a vast scenic expanse of gently rolling African savanna plains. The ubiquitous flat-topped acacia trees, shrubs, and bushes dot the landscape of the reserve. Mara is a unique wildlife conservation haven, famous for its spectacular natural diversity of wildlife, offering visitors many reasons to visit this animal paradise. Large numbers of the big cats like lion and cheetah, elephant, African buffalo, wild beast, giraffe, zebra makes Mara the 7 wonders of the world. There are several exciting activities one can enjoy in Maasai Mara, such as nature walks, bush meal and sundowners, and hot air balloon excursions. The peak of our second day is by visiting the traditional Maasai Village, which allows one to have a fascinating insight into the unique way of life of the famous Maasai, a nomadic warrior tribe found in Kenya.
Kuna shanga ingine alikuwa anaweka kwa mkono. Hiyo shanga mzee akiweka kwa mkono, wewe kama kijana yake mkubwa, mzee anakupatia kama urithi. Hiyo ndio unatumia. Hata siku ile ataaga, hiyo kitu utaondoa. Kuna kitu wanamweka. Sasa kama wewe unakuja asubuhi sana kabla tujafungulia ng'ombe, unamweka kitu ambayo tunaita RBCI, like an engagement. Unamweka. Sasa huyo mtoto akifika miaka kama 10 hivi, anaozwa, anapeana, anaenda kwa mume wake. Na sasa aende kwa mume, anaenda kwa mother-in-law. Mother-in-law ndiye anaenda anamfundisha, utakaa na mzee hivi, utakaa na hivi. Naye mzee, huyo kijana mwenye amepatiwa hiyo ama huyo mzee mwenye amepatiwa, haezi harakisha ule kusema ati ni bibi yangu kwa hivyo nitamchukua haraka. Inachukua muda.
They live in structures known as manyata, which are low-height dwellings, essential huts made of mud, cow dung, and wood, with a single entrance and minimal side windows.
This village is one clan, whereby when it comes to cattle, we do have same branding, we do have same ear notching, because we do make marks on the ears. We also brand cows to have different branding, to tell that this is how we identify our cows. These cows belong to this certain clan, they come from that clan. So it's a tradition or a belief. It's very important for these people to make a community like that. And that's how we form up the clan. Normally every village, whether it's a clan, whether it's mixed up clans, there must be a head of the village who has got all the regulation and make all decisions among the people who are living there. Our leadership in the community, we don't really elect, we don't elect people. It's through inheritance. So whoever who was senior since we started the clan or when the clan come together, let's say the first son from that family is going to become the next chief. The rungu, the stick, and the knife. So if you don't have these 3 aspects, because these are the weapons, you know, these are the kind of weapons that you can use to protect yourself. So in case it happens that you don't have these 3, we do believe that you are naked, you know. you do not dress yourself properly.
They still retain many of their traditions as they live largely untouched by modern day civilization.
Maasai nowadays wanakuwa raised mpaka haongei Kimasai, but for me nakuta bado niko na hiyo, nikikuwa tana Maasai aniongeleshe Kimasai, I'm very comfortable with it because I totally understand the language.
Siana Springs.
So do activities like sundowner. Sundowner, you go to see the sun going down, and then sometimes we give cocktails where you pay something small, and we have drinks and you enjoy the sun going down.
Immediately the pandemic came into Kenya, we were seriously affected because it's like the hotel industry was totally shut down. But we have seen it rising after the country was opened and the tourists have started flocking back to the country again. So we expect it to rise in 1 or about 1 year to the peak again.
The camp offers an authentic bush experience. It is time to enjoy a romantic bush dinner under the stars with the backdrop of Maasai Moran warrior songs.
I've been in this field for the last 10 years. Today, I was offering beef steak, and pork steaks, and boar sausage. What would you like to have? I have beef, pork, and the boar sausage.
I want to taste everything.
You want to taste everything? Yes. You can taste the pork.
See the pork.
That's the pork.
But it doesn't smell like a pork.
Yeah, the marination.
Oh.
I've made sure that a real pork.
Oh.
Yes. How do you feel it? How do you feel it? How do you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is pork.
Mm.
What about the other one?
Would you like to try beef? I'll give you a piece of beef so that you may try a piece.
The difference.
The difference, yeah. No. How do you feel it?
I prefer
pork. You prefer pork?
I'll go for pork.
You'll go for pork?
Yeah.
Then fine, we have plenty of pork. Yeah.
But do you prepare such kind of meals in your house?
Indeed, I do. Very well.
So you have a rota, you and your wife, who is cooking when?
I have a simple rota, not a simple rota, not a forced rota, a simple rota, yeah.
It's too hot, huh?
It's so hot.
The secret is the foil.
The secret is this foil.
Yeah. I see. So you can keep it warm for...
You can keep it warm for like more than 1 hour.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Just is nice getting this sound of music in the middle of the jungle. My antelope.
Yes.
How is the day? I'm back again.
You are back. Welcome.
How do you feel having this moment?
I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Your passion is driven by what?
By music.
Yeah. Music is in you.
Yes.
And your music.
Yes, I'm a musician and music and music.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Why the wildlife?
Because I'm staying with the wildlife. So I have to give the story, to sing the story of the wildlife.
So you feel a part of them?
Yes. I've stayed in, I got the history of the animals. So being with them, so I have to sing about the world.
So it means every song that you compose encompasses the life of wildlife.
Yes.
Every animal and the hurdles they go through is what informs your thought.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
He has done this work for the last 17 years. Yeah. I'll be giving you his story, and as he narrates his story, it's a story of passion that has transformed lives. It's not just plucking the strings, but even the young kids who happen to get here, they live here with a lesson, with a history. Is a man that not only is teaching lessons to the young generation, but creating a history that is worthy to remember. Take us through then.
It's so sad. It's so sad to be very small. It's so sad to be antelope.
The jungle artist, real name Elijah Nchori. For the last 17 years, Elijah has been composing and performing jungle songs in praise of the wildlife. And tonight, he evokes the voices in the darkness.
The lion hunts during the night, the cheetahs hunts during the day.
His love for the string instrument surpasses passion and his character. It is easier to note that music is in his gene makeup.
How do you survive in the bush? Antelope, how do you survive? How do you survive in the bush? The lion hunts.
Anyone who learns here has to live with the memories of his musical narrations and the texture of his voice, which is somewhat raspy but calming.
Antelope, how do you survive? How do you survive in the bush? Antelope, how do you survive? How do you survive in the bush? The lion hunts during the night, the cheetahs hunts during the day. The lion hunts during the night.
My name is Arjun. I am from the UK. We come here every night to have dinner, sit by the campfire and listen to Elijah play some music. He started playing that song and I just started singing along with him because I thought it was very nice.
It's so sad.
It's so sad to be small. It's so sad to be antelope.
It's so sad to be very small. It's so sad to be antelope.
The lion hunts during the night. The cheetahs hunt during the day. The lion hunts during the night. The cheetahs hunt during the day.
Antelope, how do you survive? How do you survive in the bush? Antelope, how do you survive? How do you survive in the bush?
Elijah didn't just make our night with his melodic voice, also published lifetime memories in our hearts.
Hunts during the night, the cheetahs hunts during the day.
Jambo, want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Kwaheri.
Karibu. Asante sana.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you
I love
for
you.
playing music.
Thank you so much. Good night. Bye. Bye. What's your name again?
Rahul.
Rahul. Thank you so much. Wow.
During the night, the cheetahs.
For Culture Quest, I'm Levis Msumba.
Kiwakuta wazee wambie, kiwakuta wazee wambie, wambie waende pole sasa, wambie waende pole sasa. Haraka ina baraka baba, haraka ina baraka mama, ewa. Kimukuta zungura mwambie, kimukuta zungura mwambie, mwambie.